Hey guys, so it took me about like 20 to 30 minutes to figure out how to focus myself. Not that I didn't know how to focus myself. I couldn't figure out if I was focused or not. Bring it back, 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 bring it back. Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Bree back again with another video. Thanks for joining me today. I am actually doing a video that was really requested on my vintage stores Instagram page about maybe like honestly 4 or 5 months ago. I put a poll up asking if anybody wanted thrifting tips or me to do a video that was about thrifting tips. A lot of people voted that they would want me to do something like this. Thrifting is just something that I've had a passion for pretty much since I was probably in 8th or 9th grade. I used to go all the time with my mom. I'd have her drive me, and I mostly would look at records at first before I even had my own record player. I think we had one in our house that nobody ever used or opened, and I think we forgot that it was there, but I didn't get my own record player until I was a junior in high school. Anyway, so I would always go with my mom, and I just started really loving it, especially when I would start to look for pieces for different themed days that we would have at my high school. So maybe we had a 80s day, or I needed to put together a costume to be like, I was SpongeBob one time, and I thrifted a lot of the pieces that I put together to make my kind of cosplay for the event day, and I really started to just enjoy sifting through the pieces. But one of the things that I found starting out was how hard it was to find good pieces at first. It seemed like I was finding basics or just like everyday things and not like the items that I wanted to find at the thrift store. I had always been watching YouTube, so I was watching people that I saw were thrifting and finding really cool pieces, and I wanted to be one of those people. I wanted to find those things, and I was sucking at it so hard. I wanted to make this video to just show the things that I've learned over the probably, what is that, like 7 years, maybe, math. Since I've been doing this for such a long time, I just feel like it would be great for me to share my wisdom. Hopefully, current Bree right now in front of the camera doesn't talk too much, and editing Bree, love you girl. Okay, without any further ado, let's just get on into the video. Okay guys, so I just have my list of tips on my phone right here, and we're gonna just jump right in. So my first tip is that you should make a wish list of items before you go to the thrift shop. I don't always do this, but I kind of have a mood board or idea of pieces that I would like to find when I'm at the thrift shop, or things that I want to kind of mimic in a way. So for example, I have a bunch of Pinterest boards where I create different like outfit inspirations, and then I also keep a bunch of folders of people that I love on Instagram, and I'll just like save it and actually bookmark it. And since Instagram lets you create collections in your bookmarks, I will break it up into like all the different styles that I have. So whether that's streetwear or maybe it's office wear, mostly a lot of it is streetwear, to be honest, because I definitely think I wear a lot of just streetwear trends. That's just my style. I also have to wear office wear for my internship and things like that, so I do kind of keep those looks as well in there. Yeah, anything that I really find that's cool, I will put in like a saved folder, so that when I go to the thrift shop and I'm looking, I can be like, oh, that really looks like this piece that I saw there, I'm gonna pick that up. And you know, I found something at the thrift shop that maybe I wouldn't have looked at if I hadn't have just been scanning through social media. Okay, so my second tip is to be aware of different sales days for the particular thrift shops that you go to. I definitely have a normal set of thrift shops that I hit. Obviously the normal like Goodwill, Salvation Army, Savers, things like that, but I will also hit different local thrift shops that we have in Austin. So I keep track of all of the different stores' sales days. For example, here in Austin, the Salvation Armies will have Wacky Wednesday, which is when all of their clothing and accessories are 50% off. And then Thrift Town, which is also in Austin here on the south side, they have color tag days every day. So they have like, I think like 3 different color tags that they have on the different clothing and items around the store. And they rotate out each day which color will have a % off. And I'm pretty sure it's usually 50% as well. And they'll have those really grand days where they'll have all 3 tags are 50% off. And that's just, you know, you have to go on that day. I mean, that's just, it's just asking you to. I say definitely keep track of those. They'll usually keep them posted around the store. I know a lot of the stores that I go to, they'll just have like a little memo in the window when you're walking in or out. If you don't see it just posted somewhere around the store, definitely don't hesitate to ask one of the workers there, because I mean, you're just telling them that you're trying to shop more. Okay, so my third tip is to sign up for newsletters / coupon lists. And I recently started doing this in the past year, and I particularly love the ones that I get from Thrift Town, because not only will they just send me an update on which color tags they're going to be doing sales on, but they'll also send me coupons. And why wouldn't I want to use a coupon at a thrift shop? Like, that's just amazing. A lot of the coupons I get will be if you spend $30 or more, you can get $15 off, and that's so good. Like, that's such a great deal. I don't even know how to describe that. That's why, honestly, Thrift Town is one of my favorite thrift stores in Austin. Okay, so tip number 4 is to pay attention to what time of day you go. I definitely think that there are sweet spots in the day to when you are going to go to a thrift store. Minded, I will go anytime I have free time, just because I like to be in the thrift store. It's kind of like my motherland. You know, if you're just going for like your dedicated thrift day, you definitely want to plan more accordingly than that. Go as soon as it opens, because all of this stuff is fresh. And then the other time you should go is later on in the afternoon. If you go later on in the evening, a lot of the stock is being restocked because the shelves have kind of thinned throughout the day. So that's a good time to get pieces that, you know, nobody else has kind of rifled through. I definitely say the earliest I've ever gotten to a thrift store is when I found a Gucci bag, and you know, like, if I wasn't there as soon as it opened and like ran to the purse section and then like saw it, you know, that never would have happened. So definitely do that. Tip number 5 is give yourself ample time to explore. Me, like I said in the last tip, that I will do quick trips to the thrift when I just have time or in between classes and things like that. But I definitely think if I'm doing a thrift day, I will dedicate pretty much, if not the whole day, to the thrift, the majority of the day. And that's not saying that like I have to be there all day, but I don't really like plan anything else, because I don't want to be rushed, because I like to enjoy my time at the thrift shop, because I want to be able to search the aisles and not feel rushed, because doing your due diligence searching in a thrift shop can be very tiring. I will honestly get headaches and just want to sit down, but you know, I'll just keep going, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, I love a good deal. I love a good deal. Woo woo. But yeah, if you give yourself, I say at the very least 3 to 4 hours, if you're actually wanting to like look through a thrift shop, that's the time that you need, because I think you're going to be able to get through the sections efficiently, but also be able to look carefully through each little section, because you might miss some really cool pieces if you're just kind of like skimming along the aisles like you kind of do when you're normally shopping in a clothing store, like in the mall. Okay, so this next tip is something that I've only been able to do recently because I have lost weight, but it's to shop in the kids section whenever you can. I tend to find a lot of cute t-shirts and things like ruffly little tops. But you know, if they don't fit like exactly all the way down to where I would want them to fit as a normal t-shirt or a normal top, I will just like crop it and then turn it into something else. Or I just figure out a way to make it work, you know? But obviously now that I have a store, if it doesn't fit me exactly, I know that there are tinier girls. So if you are tiny, it's definitely a way to get some cool stuff, especially throwback stuff. Okay, so my next tip tip number 7 is to shop for your long sleeves, shirts, and pretty much like all outerwear in the men's section. Because a lot of times they just kind of sort the tees into that section because they're larger, or because they think they're more men's like, but you can honestly crop a shirt or change it or wear it as is, because at the end of the day, clothing is clothing, guys. Okay guys, so my last tip number 8, is to organize the way you shop around the store. So I don't just go kind of like back and forth all around the store. I like to have a plan when I go. So that differs for each store that I go to, honestly, because each store is set up differently. If I'm going to the Blue Bins, which is basically like one of the stocking centers for Goodwill, which is when everything is just in a bunch of bins and it's just thrown everywhere, I kind of just go, okay, I'm gonna hit this aisle this way and then work my way up and kind of just do like a snake train. But in other stores, maybe I'll hit around like the perimeter and then go inward. And then other stores, I'll strictly go by, okay, I'm gonna hit clothing, and then I'm gonna hit homewares, and then I'm gonna hit books and records, and then I'm going to finish at accessories and shoes. Okay guys, that's it for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of my content, maybe think about giving me a subscribe. Also, leave a comment of a video that you want to see in the future. Also, you know, message me on Instagram and tell me if any of these tips work for you. Show me your finds. I want to see them. You don't have to go to the mall all the time. You can find some pretty bomb things at your local thrift shop. I definitely do believe that we need to get rid of fast fashion. It's not sustainable, guys. Like, I have a lot of clothes. Yes, I do, and I understand that. But you know what? I am saving them from just ending up in a landfill somewhere, just contributing to textile waste. That's my little soapbox speech for the night, guys. Okay guys, see you in the next one. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, 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 your attention, please, attention, please, attention.